What's up? It's your boy Josh coming to you with the Affiliate Marketing Show again. And as always, we have a very special guest with us today. He's the CEO and founder of Palo, as well as a super handsome young man. Let's welcome into the Affiliate Marketing Show, Anthony Paluzzi. How you doing, Anthony?
I'm good, man. I'm good. You don't have to embellish on the handsome. Come on, dude. I got a nice fro going on right now just for you guys.
Yeah, all the barber shops are apparently closed, huh?
They are. I might just keep this going. I might just pick it out until Affiliate Summit East.
Yeah, did you used to rock the fro in your younger years?
This is the longest my hair has ever been. So now I'm realizing what the potentials are.
Yeah, I used to rock the fro. I'd take my hat off, but I'll spare you and our audience.
Okay.
So a common theme of this show is, we'll get to where you are now and how you got there, but I like to kind of start from the beginning. What were you doing before you got into this space? Did you have any like funny odd jobs back in the day just to kind of connect with our viewers and, show them like where you started and, eventually we'll get to where you are now. So
Cool.
What were you doing before you got into this industry?
Before I got into affiliate marketing and like performance marketing, all that stuff, I did more like sales focused roles for Verizon Wireless and Comcast. Actually, I think in between those, I was a valet driver for like an Italian restaurant.
Bro, I valeted for like 10 years back in the day.
Okay. I only took the job because I loved Italian food and they pretty much paid me in that. And I got nice.
Yeah.
And bulked up.
What was like the nicest car you drove? Drive any like Ferraris or Lambos?
I think it was a Maserati.
Yeah.
But the thing is, this restaurant had such a small parking lot that they'd pull up, and I would just pull it up like another 10 feet. So
One time, this guy came in with a Lambo, and someone else on the crew parked it, and I was like, you know what? I think it actually needs to be in that spot. So I just got in and moved it one spot over.
That's a good play.
Just to say that I drove it. But
Nice.
my heart was definitely pounding. So anyways, sorry to cut you off. You were doing valet, you were doing some sales jobs. What else?
Yeah. I started in the affiliate space pretty young. I think I was 21 when I started as an affiliate. And so the last job I had was at Comcast. And it was, and I think I've mentioned this on a few other videos. People are sick of my face by now, but I have a fro now for them. But
they're like, who is this guy? I've never seen him before.
So it was I worked for Comcast. It was door-to-door sales. It sucked. I didn't want to do door-to-door. No one does.
Mm-hmm. It's rough.
So I had to figure out ways to not do door-to-door, and I discovered Google AdWords at that time, and it was pretty much a layup when it came to hitting quota using online marketing. So
that was kind of your intro into the affiliate marketing world, was Google AdWords and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. I remember at one point I was outbidding Comcast, the corporation themselves. And I had their corporate team in Philly call me up. They were like, hey, this is cool, but can you cut it out? I was like, yeah, all right. And then I realized like, oh, this is something. So I was doing sales and I guess sales / marketing before I did all this.
Very cool. So Google AdWords kind of got you into this space. How'd you progress from that moment to the creation of Palo, and how did the company get started? Because I know you started it. So what was that process like?
So I stumbled into affiliate marketing because I was trying to find an apartment, and I went on Craigslist. I found a dope apartment. It was too good to be true. And I applied, and then I got an email from the listing owner of that apartment. And then they asked me to do a credit check, and they gave me a link to go do a credit check, and it was a Commission Junction link. And so I realized after the fact that this isn't a real apartment. They just wanted me to do this credit check offer. And then so I just got curious because I knew about marketing from what I was doing at Comcast, and then I just signed up as an affiliate. And I saw they had something called pay-per-call on CJ, and I was like, oh, I do that now at Comcast. I make the phones ring for myself. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty much how I kind of followed the breadcrumb trail into it. And then that's where I got started at CJ. And then I moved on to a couple other networks like Impact Radius at the time. And, but that's how I started.
And then how did you form the company that you started? What was that process like?
Nothing crazy. It was just,
you just decided I want to do this for myself. And
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, well, it wasn't like I just quit Comcast. So I realized about 6 months before I quit Comcast, I call it quit. Before I quit Comcast, I started to do this with Commission Junction and Impact Radius. And then I realized that this is like a cool side gig. That was my first side gig, I guess. And then I just started doing it more and more, and it was more automated than what I was doing at Comcast. And then being at Comcast and using the marketing skills that I learned, I was getting a lot of attention because I was hitting my quotas, but I wasn't knocking any doors. And they were like, yo, you got to stop. I was like, I'm not. So they were like, you got to go, pretty much. So
you basically said like, come at me, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. In the most like weak way ever. Yeah, the most professional way ever. I was like, I'm not going to stop. If you'd like to explore other marketing opportunities as me on your marketing team, I love it. They just were like, no, you can't do that. So I was just like, all right, well, I'm just going to ride this until it stops. And then it
stopped.
It stopped. And then I was like, all right, cool. It's time to scale this motherfucker. I went on the legal Zoom. I formed the corporation, and then I just started to really be more curious like I did on Craigslist. And yeah.
And here you are today.
Here I am today, dude, with
killing it with a 55-gallon fish tank over your shoulder.
I got it over there just
salt
for you.
Water, live coral. dude's fucking killing it.
Oh, man.
So let's pretend I know nothing about Palo. I'm sure most of our viewers have heard of you guys and seen you at the shows and, just in the space. But let's pretend I know nothing about the company. What do you guys do, and what do you want our viewers to know about what you do?
Yeah, it's a great question. So at its core, like a one-liner, we're a performance-based customer acquisition agency. And so we work with several different types of clients, from Fortune 100 brands all the way down to local retailers or attorneys or shops. And we help them acquire more customers in the form of lead generation and pay-per-call generation. We also partner with publishers to provide them some of the best programs in the market to help them monetize their traffic via pay-per-call and lead gen. And I guess that would be my elevator pitch for the company. Mm-hmm. We also have a community of marketers that Palo manages called the Caller Meetup. It's one of my favorite parts of the company. It's just a resource to help individuals grow their pay-per-call game, step up, learn new trends, and just connect with other like-minded marketers in pay-per-call.
Awesome. So when I say Palo, what's the first word that comes to your head? One word or two or three?
The first word that comes to my head is hopefully people think this, but I think of us as an authority in pay-per-call.
Damn. That's some powerful shit right there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
I was like, if you're going to take that long to think of an answer, it better be an answer like that. So,
I hope people think of us as the authority. I mean, as the, the CEO and the founder, I'm going to flex a bit to hopefully have our brand be that, we're number one. And if we're not, let's figure out how we are as well. When people say Palo, that's actually a derivative of my last name, Paluzzi. So when you said that, I wasn't just going to say Paluzzi, but yeah, people ask that. Yeah. Where's Palo come from? Because they think it's California. It's not.
Right.
Yeah.
Was that ever like a nickname you went by back in the day?
No, never. Most of my nicknames were asshole or something like that.
So we had the same nicknames. That's cool.
Yeah, you got it.
So where do you see this affiliate marketing space, heading over the next few years? Obviously, right now is a very crazy time, but I'm sure people will be watching this, interview for hopefully many years to come. So, given the current state of the world, but maybe even beyond that, where do you think the affiliate marketing space is going?
I like this question. I'm going to look at it from what I can see and from what I can, I guess, predict based upon the things we touch and really just what we see our clients doing. So I see that the model of marketing is going to be more focused on performance and return on media spend than just traditional marketing efforts that have been there. So what I mean by that is I think more clients are going to be more focused on long-term value, long-term growth from the clients or the customers that they acquire in a profitable manner rather than just traditional marketing where it's really focused around branding. So I think performance is going to be looked at more, and then going more granular to that, I see that there's a few different sectors, divisions, whatever you want to call it, in the affiliate space. There's traditional lead gen, form fills, there's e-com, there's CPA, and there's pay-per-call. I'm just gonna use those 4 buckets. I believe that lead gen and form fill is it's already happening, but it's going to more dramatically shift to pay-per-call because advertisers and brands and clients, they buy those leads to get those people on the phone. It's more difficult to get those people on the phone, so they're going to ask their partners, their affiliates, their agencies to help them get those leads further down the funnel before they decide to pay on an action.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a ton of experience in e-com, but I know e-com is just going to continue to explode so much. It's so easy right now to just throw up a Shopify store and launch your own brand and grow that. So I believe that the affiliate space, from my point of view, I would love to have more combo about this with other, thought leaders, but I believe that it's going to be more driven on performance rather than traditional just branding style.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe that affiliates as well need to start to think long-term like these brands will and develop their own brands, not just be so transactional when it comes to sending leads.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that made sense.
That made great sense. It actually leads right into my next question. And I think you might have already answered it, but basically let's pretend like I'm a new affiliate. I'm just getting started in this space. I know you just mentioned like thinking long-term. So I'm assuming that would be some advice you would give to them, but beyond thinking long-term, what would be some other advice you would give to someone who's brand new to this space or trying to make some money from home online? Just comment on that for us if you can.
I guess when you start out, just like similar to how I started out, I would just figure out how to find the best content first about what you actually want to do. So first, I guess it's, what do you want to do? Do you want to build that brand and, let's say, become a specialist in final expense insurance, life insurance, and then build a brand around that, and then learn about how to market to whatever your goal is better? Or do you want to start an e-com store? I think of it as building a brand is where I would start, because there's more long-term growth and there's more long-term value being provided. But you got to first set that goal. Mm-hmm. So like set the goal of, what do you want to do? Do you want to do e-com? Do you want to do lead gen? Is it pay-per-call? And then from there, figure out what's the long-term plan and then educate yourself around how to reach that. So jump on forums like, I don't know, STM, hopefully Color Meetup will be included in that with some resources to help people grow, and then figure out what others are doing and then learn from that. Don't rush into just trying to make money immediately. Build up your assets, become a badass in terms of Facebook media buying or native or whatever that is, and just really educate yourself. There's so much fucking content out there right now to help people just start a business and grow. It's like you shouldn't have an issue starting and learning. So I guess that would be the first thing. Set a goal.
That's been the common theme, is like, don't try and get rich quick, be in it for the long game, and, master one thing before you move on to the second thing. Yeah,
totally. No doubt. Don't move too quick.
Yeah. So affiliates, they want to sign up. You're reviewing, or maybe not you personally, but you guys as a company are reviewing these applications. What are some of the most important qualities that you guys personally are looking for in these new affiliate applications when they come in?
I love this question, because so many times affiliates just don't understand why we can't bring them on. Transparency is the number one key. It's like, that's it. Just be transparent. You don't have to be doing $1 million a month. You could be an affiliate. You could be doing $1 a month, and you could be treated the same as an affiliate doing $1 million a month. Because if you have that transparency, then we're comfortable knowing that we can grow that partnership with you. Because you're not just an affiliate of ours, you're a partner of ours. And we're going to dedicate time, resources, every type of resource we have at our company is going to be used to help that partner grow. And so transparency is key. If you're not transparent, you're not trying to provide as much information, maybe you're just being closed off. It's hard for us to justify to bring someone on not knowing what to do to help them grow, because it takes we don't have an unlimited team member count. So we got to use that time wisely to grow the right partners. It would be great if we could bring everyone on, but we would be doing a disservice to everyone else. So transparency is number one. And me starting as an affiliate, we still do a lot of media buying here at the company, but when I don't talk to as many new affiliates, but when an affiliate is transparent and they tell us about their goals and what they're doing, and they don't have to share the secret sauce, but me as an affiliate, I get like jazzed up with that shit. When they start telling me like, oh, I'm going to do this and that, I'm like, all right, dude, let's go. Let's figure out how to make that shit grow. So transparency is number one. So
transparency, like have a vision, know where you want to go.
What do you want to do with Palo? Because like we're gonna do everything we can to stand by you. Tell us what you want, and we'll get you there, kind of thing.
Awesome. Well, I would define success as having a 55-gallon fish tank in my office. But how do you personally define success? Is it money? Man. Is it growth? Is it happiness? Is it a combination? What do you think about that?
I mean, it is a combo. I don't like to. I mean. 55-gallon tank. I'll just cop out with it. I don't like to consider money as a success factor. That's bullshit. Money's awesome. Let's make a shit ton of money. Become an affiliate and we'll do that for you. The disclaimer, maybe not. But I mean, it's kind of like money should be the byproduct of the success, not the core component of success.
Be good at what you do, money will follow you.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I think people should define success as simply just hitting their goals, because if you want to be happy, you're doing certain things to be happy. Like if I want to travel the world, I'm going to be happy that I traveled the world because I hit my goal. Just set some fucking goals and do it. It's like, that's success to me. There's like, I know people who just hitchhike across the country and they barely have any cash, but they feel as if they're successful because they're doing what they want to do. And then there's people who have a ton of cash, but they're not happy. Cool. They're successful in terms of their bank account, but nowhere else. So like, just
set some goals.
Yeah. Set some goals that make you happy. I'm happy when we grow. I'm happy when we grow our brands. I'm happy when I see an affiliate grow. That's what I think is success. I love that shit.
Cool. I like that answer a lot too. Going on the flip side, have you ever had a apparent failure that you remember standing out, where you look back on it and you're like, I'm so glad I actually failed because I grew so much from that experience? Was there a specific time in your life that you can remember kind of sticking out like that?
So many.
Yeah.
So many.
Like I've told our viewers already, like I tried running a painting company when I was in college one summer, didn't even make it through the summer, failed miserably, but it honestly like taught me the most I've ever like learned, in one little short period of time about running your own company. And I'm always super grateful that I went through that. Was there like something like that for you?
Totally. I mean, there's so many failures. I love it when that shit happens. I love it when I fail and then I find the solution to why.
Right.
Not to sound all Gary V-ish, but like
shout out Gary V. We want to get you on the show, buddy.
All right. You gotta buy some of his wine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have a specific time.
No, I think I mean, early on, like
just your thoughts on like growing from failure then, or something like that.
I guess like, well, one, I've said this. I remember saying this to Adam over at Ringba. Don't give clients too much credit because they could skip out on huge ass bills. So we don't do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But the failures that I love the most are the ones around building a team, because that's one of the hardest things for me, is finding the right individuals to come on board and just really kick some ass and help us grow. That's easily the hardest thing. And it's the most rewarding thing when you find those people. So learning to set the right expectations, be transparent when it comes to critical feedback. Like, there were people early on in the company that I could have done way a way better job in terms of just being a proper leader or mentor or even partner. And I learned from that on how to do things better the next time around and the next time around. So I guess my biggest failure would be if I couldn't keep someone at the company. That's a failure to me, because I could learn from that. But those are the failures that stick out the most for me.
Gotcha. So I'm giving you a gigantic billboard. You can put it up in the middle of Boston, let's say, because I know you're from that area.
Okay.
What's going on the billboard? Is it a company promo? Is it a life motto? And what would it specifically say?
Man, it's only in Boston.
And we can come back to that if you.
No, I love this question.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't have to be in Boston. It could be anywhere. It doesn't even have to be a location. But let's say I give you a gigantic billboard anywhere in the world with anything on it. What are you putting on it?
Shit. I mean, I'm probably not going to use Palo, because this is a chance for me to be immature. I put "That's What She Said" on it. No, I'm just kidding. Shout out Michael Scott.
I just binged watched The Office like last year for the first time, and it's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I had seen episodes, but I watched it like front to back. It's by far one of the best shows.
Of course. Yeah, definitely. What would I put on that billboard? I mean, I guess I would take like more of a, this is going to sound so corny, but like more of a humanitarian approach. It's like, I'm not going to tell people to sign up to Palo.
Eat more vegetables.
Yeah, eat more. I guess, you know what? I guess back to your question on how like people define success. I guess I would just say, like, I don't know, get started.
Like it. All right, get
started. As corny as that. Well, get started and don't be an asshole.
All right, cool. Yeah, I think that's good. It's to the point.
Yeah. Get started on what you want to do, and don't be an asshole along the way, because you want to do things the right way. It's never really what you do, but it's how you do it. So get started and don't be an asshole.
So when you're not working, what's something that you really enjoy doing with your time for fun?
Oh, I love to do a lot of shit. Well, when things are open, I mean, I love just, family time, obviously, is number one.
You got kids?
Yeah, I got a little man. He's the man.
Shout out to the little man.
Yeah, shout out. I'm not going to name drop him right now.
Yeah.
Around here. So yeah, family time for sure. And I guess it's when it's warm here, because I'm in the Boston area. Mm-hmm. Going to the beach, I'll sit there and if I could turn into a gingerbread cookie, like I will, just sit out in the sun. I love mountain biking. We're near the mountains, so doing that. I mean, shit, just really anything.
Just being a dude.
Yeah, just being a dude. Yeah, I mean, I like to cook. I don't cook as much as I used to.
All right, so I'm coming over for dinner. You get to cook me one meal. What's your go-to? Like, you're going to impress me with this one.
Filet with a gorgonzola cream sauce, side of salt and pepper, Brussels sprouts.
Side of salt and pepper.
I mean, side of salt and pepper.
Bro, a side of salt and pepper?
Yeah. We need to get your sodium intake up.
Jeez.
A side of all right, let me start over. Filet, full of cream sauce that I make homemade, and then I'll do some slightly charred Brussels sprouts as a side with just salt and pepper.
The salt and pepper it's a side of salt and pepper that I can kind of pinch and sprinkle.
Yeah, you control it. And
okay, that makes sense.
And then I guess a baked sweet potato with some like cinnamon butter in there. That's
shit.
I mean, I could cook a lot of shit. Like I can make a PB&J.
Right.
But that would be my go-to. That would be my death row meal, I guess.
All right, cool. What's one of the better investments you've made recently, or even not recently, but maybe something you purchased with money or just a change in your mindset, something that's really improved your life with work, without work? It's really up to you how you want to answer it. But I think, whatever you can share, maybe our viewers could also try themselves.
Waking up early.
Yeah, what time you usually get up?
5 a.m.
Every day?
Yep.
What time you go to bed?
Whenever I fall asleep, usually like, I don't know, like 10 o'clock maybe. I'll crush some Netflix now.
You're getting like 6 to 7 a night. That's
all
you need.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like always consistently like that, but I wish I could say something I bought that's been a game.
Yeah.
So I guess.
So explain why getting up early? Why?
It's just such a big accomplishment that it puts you in a mindset of you've already accomplished something so hard. Getting out of your bed when you're so fucking comfortable. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's cold out. You don't want to get out of bed because you're warm. You've just crushed the hardest thing of the day, in my opinion. And then everything else falls after that. Then I'll go and I'll work out.
Mm-hmm. Are you a workout in the morning guy?
Yeah. Yep. I'll hit the gym early in the morning. The gym is my office right now. I have weights over there. And then by the time I'm done with the gym, when I'm leaving the gym and the sun's coming out, I'm already steps ahead of everyone else. And then I can get creative thinking done and knock off some shit that we need to knock off at Palo, or even personally. Waking up early has been absolutely a game changer.
Awesome. I could probably start trying that a little more myself, actually.
Yeah, especially now with everyone.
Right.
You wake up early and just go do something, go for a walk. It's going to change your lifestyle dramatically.
So were you a guy that went to college?
Yeah, I went to what we call 13th grade in my area.
Yeah.
Cape Cod Community College.
All right, cool. Well, so we were all sexy young men coming out of college at one point, or, sexy young women watching the show, whatever, but we're all sexy. What would be some good advice you would give people coming out of school right now? Things you were like really focused on when you came out, and then maybe realized later, like, why was I so invested in that? Like real world experience that you learned really quick, and things that would benefit them right now knowing.
Man, this is a heavy question. If they're coming out of college, I would say,
like, maybe something to focus on and something to not focus on that you learned later.
Oh man. So I guess I would say start making a plan of what you want to do. Cause, this is different when I graduated. But like 13th. Everyone, the 13th grade. Yeah. 13th grade. Actually, this still happens now. People just think that I have to go and find a job in the field that I studied and just do it immediately. Mm-hmm. And then they get stuck in that. And then they just can't get out of it. And then they realize I got student loans. So I got to pay for those student loans with the job that I'm in. And I can't quit my job because of those student loans. And then shit just compiles and compounds. So I would just say, create a plan before you really commit to anything. You've already committed just generally speaking, to a big ass student loan. Mm-hmm. So make a plan now on what are you going to do now that you leave? Because most people don't want to just say, oh, cool, I'm going to go be an account executive at an advertising agency. That's my dream. No one dreams of that shit. No one wants to do that shit.
Right.
Yeah. And they usually can't even jump into that immediately anyway. So like,
what was your dream?
Oh shit.
Or are you living the dream now?
I mean, my dream was to just be able to control what I wanted to do. Uh-huh. I never actually knew what I wanted to do. I was a huge Seinfeld fan, so I wanted to be a marine biologist like George.
Dude, so did I. That's crazy, bro. I swear to God, I wanted to be a marine biologist. That then changed to a veterinarian, and I actually was pre-med when I was a freshman, which lasted just half of the first semester, and I was like, fuck this shit. This is way above my pay.
Okay.
So that's actually when I switched to marketing and went the business route. But I kid you not, like I am a Marine, like planet Earth, like binge
Okay.
watcher. Like
All right. Gotcha. That's why you've been focusing on the tank.
yeah, dude, I'm a big fish guy, dude. Yeah. So when did you realize like you weren't going to go down that path?
I think so I I knew I never really knew kind of like what an entrepreneur or just a business owner was in a way. I just knew that I liked having control over what I wanted to do. And so I think I realized it when I was like, I don't know, when I was a teenager, because I would just go and do random shit. Like I remember early on when I first got AOL, I remember just starting like big group chats and like figuring out a way to get all my classmates into a group chat and then creating like fake businesses out of it, like just random shit like that. And I realized this is fun. I want to do more of this stuff. So like
who needs a bottle for the weekend? Message me here.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, AOL at that point, I was like 12, but
okay, cool.
I wasn't getting Smirnoff Iced at that point.
Yeah. All right, cool.
But yeah, I think, I mean, I got fired from pretty much every job that I had because I just kind of did things my way. I'm not boasting on that. I just did. And I also have a lot of ADHD. So that, I think it was always just, I want to do shit my way, not hurt anyone along the way. And I want to control what I do. And then when I found affiliate marketing, I realized this is something I can do on my own because I'm controlling everything. I'm not reporting to someone. And so now like I have the freedom to do certain things that I want to do. So I don't know where I just went with that, but like,
no, yeah, that was a great answer.
That was my plan. But so yeah. I guess.
So if you're coming out of college, just try and don't rush it. Follow your passion. Try and do things your way without getting fired from every job. Maybe.
Yeah. Don't get fired from every job. It's not fun.
You heard it here first.
So
fired from every job and you'll end up owning your own company one day.
Yeah, exactly. Another Gary V lesson on this. Right
exactly.
I think like but just the biggest thing that I would say, like to my little brother, he's 21 right now. It's more along the lines of just put a plan in place. It sounds so corny and just boring, but if you put like a 5-year plan in place and make that big, hairy, audacious goal at the end of that 5 years as like, that's the coolest shit that I could do, be happy, make money. If you need that, I'm going to move towards that. Then every decision you make builds towards that. If you want to be a marine biologist, pulling golf balls out of a whale blowhole, make that your big, hairy, audacious goal and work towards that. That's all I say. Don't just go through the motions.
Thank you for that visual. That was great.
You got it.
What are some like bad recommendations you're hearing being given in the space right now that you would suggest our viewers might want to stay away from that perhaps they are thinking is good, but you personally are like, I don't know why people are saying this shit?
In the space, yeah. One big thing is don't try to monetize data that isn't compliant. With pay-per-call, in growth in pay-per-call, SMS is a big thing right now. It's not a bad thing, but don't just try to go for that quick buck with data. You'll get sued so quick. It's bananas how quickly you can get sued.
Just make sure you're being compliant.
Be so friggin' compliant right now because it's the FTC scrutinizes this shit, and attorney generals in different states scrutinize this stuff. Be compliant. And then with the rise of calls in terms of utilizing things like SMS and outbound, there's more professional litigants out there. There's amateur litigants out there now that do it like it's DIY suing a company. So be compliant. And that goes into your kind of starting point of just build your brand. Brands don't do things in a non-compliant manner in a way. So just be compliant and like, don't rush to just try to make a quick buck. There's not a lot of things right now that I'm seeing from my point of view that people shouldn't be doing.
Just take your time.
Yeah. Just take your time and be compliant, especially with pay-per-call because you got a live human on the phone. I've never done anything like cloaking or black hat really to an extent, but I don't know. I can't speak on that stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. That's what I would say.
All right, cool. Biggest regret in your life?
Oh man, these are great questions.
We got
Biggest
this and one
regret
more.
in my life. Um, Biggest regret in my life.
Biggest regret in your life, and then we'll follow it up with your favorite achievement in your life thus far. So we're
Um,
going polar opposites here.
I'll try to, I don't know. I'll try to stick to the business side of it. There's so many fucking regrets that I've had personally. Business side. Man, biggest regret in my life. No, you know what? Here's a regret that I have. I had an opportunity to go and meet the uh, world champion roster Red Sox team at the time. I
Wow.
think it was right after '04. And this is the dumbest story. I shouldn't be saying this. I had the opportunity to meet them, and I missed it because I got too baked. That's one of my biggest regrets.
And you just like spaced?
Yeah,
You're just like, oh shit, I was supposed to do that?
yeah. I could have made like Pedro, Kurt Schilling, Manny Ramirez.
At least you didn't say it was '07, because I'm an Indians guy and that was a rough year
Okay,
for us.
yeah, I remember too. I was going like I missed it, and then I remember seeing it come on TV.
And you're like, shit.
Yeah, I remember. I was like, wait a second, I'm supposed to be there right now. So yeah,
All right.
that was a very like stoner moment for
Yeah,
me.
that's a sad moment for
Yeah.
sure. What was your favorite achievement so far? And don't say starting Palo. I want to
Okay.
hear something else outside of that.
Caller Meetup was easily my favorite achievement outside of starting Palo, building a team, and all that. It's so much fucking fun to grow a community and watch people grow, and try and help people to grow. Yeah, definitely, easily the
And
Caller Meetup.
and for our viewers that don't know, can you just explain what the caller meetup is in detail?
Yeah, the Caller Meetup. It started as an event happening at Affiliate Summit. I remember going to Affiliate Summit. No one knew what pay per call was, and the people that did know what pay per call was, I didn't know where to find them. I didn't know where they were because the Affiliate Summit's huge, and as well, pay per call is not as big as the rest of the space. So it was spread out. There were different happy hours where it was focused on like e-com or Facebook, just nothing specific to pay per call. And I was like, I'm going to grow this industry. I'm going to grow in this industry. Like, but how am I going to do that if I can't find the right people? So I remember I was like, you know what? I'm going to start a happy hour at Affiliate Summit. First year we did it was in Vegas, and we got I knew everyone. I had them all on an email list. I mean, there was Facebook groups too, and so I was just like, I'm going to start this shit. It's going to go down during Affiliate Summit. I'm going to invite everyone I know. We're going to have a badass time. We're all going to drink, network, eat some badass food. And it went off like with a bang. It was awesome.
What year was that?
That was I have my posters on my wall. That was it was 2017, I think.
Okay, cool.
Affiliate Summit West, and then it just grew from there. Like essentially, the events were the focus. We do it every year now at Affiliate Summit East and West, and then I decided that we're going to start this Facebook community to get everyone together, because that's cool. You're networking, you're drinking, you're maybe exchanging some business cards, but the stuff that happens while you're meeting someone at the Caller Meetup, a lot of that can be valuable. So let's expand upon that. So I started to just do the Facebook community side, and then got everyone into the community. It's still growing. And we talk about different best practices on whatever you're doing, buying media, running a call center, being a brand, trying to buy phone calls, moving from leads, all of that. So we're trying to grow the community and just help out. There's no charge for it. It's literally just fun. It's a huge passion project of mine. We're going to be rolling out some really cool shit in the next few months around even deeper content on how to grow from experts.
Yeah, I've been to your events. They're super fun. And if anyone
thank you, man.
anyone's at a future trade show and they want to go, I would definitely recommend that they check it out.
Yeah, it's free to go. It's a really great time. We always max out capacity, and I don't try to do any of the typical happy hour stuff. I mean, no knock on any of them, but I always want people to go there and be like, oh, that was not just, wasn't cool to just network, but this is like a cool environment. This is a cool space to network, and as well, maybe there's a cool, New York's honestly my favorite event to throw, because getting on top of a roof, enjoying some time with some people you work with, and then looking at a cool ass view, it's pretty cool.
That's dope.
So yeah.
Well, Anthony, you've been a fantastic guest. Before we let you go, we're going to play one final game that I like to call the OfferVault Hot Seat. Here's how it works. You're going to get a series of 5 would you rather questions. I'm sure you've played this game before. They're not related to affiliate marketing. We're just trying to get to this person, all right? And they're going to get a little harder and a little more personal as we go. You can pass, but,
don't be a little shit, man.
Yeah, don't be a little bitch about it. All right, cool. Any questions before we get started?
Let's do it.
All right. Question 1. Would you rather be an ugly genius or a hot moron?
Ugly genius, because I can figure out how to get hot.
Wow. That was a fantastic answer. I would have to agree. I don't really care what people
I've already
think
begun
about.
with this hair.
Yeah. I'm never going to be a hot moron. I'm already I don't know about genius.
All right.
Question 2. You can hear one song for the rest of your life. If You Want to Be My Lover by the Spice Girls or Everybody by the Backstreet Boys?
Oh, I'm going Spice Girls all day, dude.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, I'm going Everybody. Everybody is the one that's like, everybody.
I know.
Yes. Okay, but you're going Spice Girls.
Yeah.
All right.
I wouldn't get sick of them.
I'm sticking with my boys. No pun intended.
Okay.
All right. Question
Shout out
3.
Sporty Spice. All right, cool.
Shout out Sporty Spice. If you're watching, we want you on the show. All right. Question 3. Would you rather freeze to death or burn to death?
Freeze.
Why?
That would be terrible to burn. Freeze, it happens.
I don't know.
Slowly.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It happens very slowly. And
but I think you'd fall asleep. You'd get numb. You'd fall asleep. You'd pass out, and then you'd be preserved.
Right.
And maybe they can. But
then you get so. You ever been so cold, where you're kind of burning? Your hands are so cold that they burn.
Yeah, but see, I guess I'm still burning, so I might as well take the freeze part.
Oh, so you could live a little bit longer.
Yeah, exactly.
See, this is why you run
I want to die gracefully. I don't want to die screaming and running around.
Right.
I want to die thinking about something and then looking, and then I can at least pick my face when I freeze. I can have a face.
Okay.
I could pose.
You could. So if they find me, you're actually in control of how what you look like.
All right. Just side note: if someone's gonna freeze to death and they're watching this. Go out in a cool way. I don't know. Don't dab on people and freeze.
Right.
I don't know. Do a Backstreet Boys pose. Spotting.
Okay. I think I was gonna pick burn just because it'd be less painful, but I think you may have talked me into the freeze. So I think we're on the same page.
You got it.
All right. Number 4. Would you rather not receive any money from anyone, or receive $10 million worth of crack on your doorstep?
Worth of crack, so it's crack.
It's legitimate crack with a street value of $10 million.
I mean, you know what? Shit. I guess I'm gonna have to start selling crack, dude.
I think I'm gonna have to start selling crack too. All right. Here's question 5, the last question of the OfferVault hot seat. You've been great so far. All right. Every time you have sex, it takes 1 year off your life. How many more times are you having sex?
I better buy some life insurance.
Okay. Because I already thought about this, and I thought I'm doing it one more time. I'm going to make it count because, I'm going to know it's my last time. So I'm just going to really give it my all.
So many fucking jokes in this. I think literally and metaphorically, I'm going out with a bang. So like I'm not making it to next week.
Right. All right, cool. I like it. You did great, man. You were a fantastic guest. Thank you for playing the OfferVault hot seat. Before we end this interview, I want to give you the microphone. This is your time to tell our viewers anything you want them to know about your company. Go for it.
Thank you, dude. Well, I mean, I really want to be able to connect with the right individuals in this industry. So hit me up on Skype. I'm sure you'll put my Skype handle down somewhere. Tony Paluzzi. Go to our URL, palomobile.com, and sign up as an affiliate or an advertiser. You can check out the Caller Meetup to learn and grow, callermeetup.com, or go on Facebook. That's where the meat of all this is. Just search Caller Meetup. As well, we're always hiring here at Palo. We're always looking to partner with A players in the space. And really, this is my shameless plug to get in front of those individuals. So hit me up if you're looking for a new opportunity or looking to grow. Just hit me up in general. I love to talk shit with people. Anthony at PaloMediaGroup.com. Whatever you want to do.
You are the ultimate shit talker. I think we've all picked up on that.
Okay, all right, cool. Well, thank you. I'll take that crown.
For Anthony from Palo and myself, Josh from OfferVault, let's make that paper. Yeah. Let's make that dough. This has been the Affiliate Marketing Show. We'll see you next time. Thanks, Anthony.
Yeah, thanks, dude. Later.